Hey friends, it's me, Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist with today's Schumann Resonance Report for Thursday, October 30th. I want you to know I had to practice that over and over to not say Friday. Today feels very strange. All right, so here is our graph for today. That's all that energy we received yesterday. This started last night, overnight for me at about 1 a.m. Central Time and lasted for about 5 hours. This is very interesting energy. This energy was incredibly intense. It had a lot of release to it. Here's the image again. So this red coming in is release, and there's a little core of new energy in here. This is incredibly intense. This is so intense, that release energy that we were getting. This is what it looked like on the Italian graph, okay? So this lasted for several hours. This is an old photo. This is not current. I took this last night. I don't know what time exactly, but this is what that looked like. And it was so intense of a release energy that it permeated into the Russian graph and the earthquake graph. This is a picture from the same time I took the other red one. Look at this. You see this? That is incredibly unusual to have red on the earthquake graph like this. It's not that it doesn't happen. It's just incredibly unusual, very rare. That tells me this energy, this release that we had overnight from 1 to 5-ish a.m. Central Time was very, very strong, and it feels different than anything else we've received before. I don't have any insight on how, other than just the way it showed up on the graphs. And I mean, I'm telling you, something weird. Here is our Italian graph this morning. As you can see, we just have a little bit of those grumbles down here. Just a little bit of grumbles running across the bottom. And here is our earthquake graph. We still have this noise going on, this pattern still associated with geological activities, hurricanes, earthquakes, that sort of stuff. There's a lot happening on the earth itself. This is our sun. Thankfully, this is not earth facing, because if it was, I'm not sure how we could handle that. But our sun has been incredibly active over the last 2 weeks or so as 3I Atlas approaches. As an object that has mass, that mass will be affected by things like the sun, and I think this is part of that. So there's a lot going on today. And just to corroborate that, this is the color of the calm before the storm. When we look at our Earthbeat, our GCP graph, this is that color, that eerie silence where everything is perfectly still in the graph. It's not coherence, it's not cohesion, it's not everything moving in the same direction, but it's almost like all the noise just stopped. And that can be indicating that something is coming forward collectively. I have no insight into it, just showing you what I'm seeing. Now listen, I know that there's a lot of lore around today, October 30th. This is what I know about today to be true. The veil is thin today. The next 3 days, I think the veil is going to be very thin. My dreams have been very active. I've been getting a lot of downloads and a lot of messages. I've also had a lot of triggers going off in the last couple days, especially around the idea of my imposter syndrome. So be mindful of that. That's purposeful to get it out of your system to move into whatever comes next. I know that there's all this talk about today being something, pivotal in human history because of the comet and the math and all the stuff. And maybe. I admit the day feels very strange today. It even looks strange outside, but I also know that there's so much happening in the world right now that maybe it's all of it together. I don't know. Just this release energy was really strong. It may carry forward to the rest of your day today. Just watch your reactions. Give yourself time to respond instead, and just take a breath, take a beat, pack those patience pants. You guys liked it when I said that. Pack those patience pants today. It's going to be important. All right, here's what my guides have to say. They want you to know that our root chakra is getting a collective shake. This is going to make us feel vulnerable in the moment, and they're asking us not to fall into the old habit of falling into practicality, to focus outside of ourselves. Instead, they are asking us to focus within on what we need to keep ourselves feeling balanced and stable. This is where you're going to find the support of your higher self and the encouragement to step outside of your comfort zone. Because once you step outside of your comfort zone, that's where all the potential is held. But in the meantime, our root is getting a heavy shake, and it's going to make us feel kind of vulnerable. Don't do that thing you do where you get way too practical about it, and instead turn inward and focus on yourself. Find your space and your piece of calm. This is where you're going to foster that relationship with your higher self that'll encourage you to step outside of your comfort zone to help you realize the potential of the space around you. It is a very kind of spooky morning here this morning, but I'm excited for the day and everything that it has to bring. I hope you are too. Let's start our day together, shall we? All right, do me a favor, take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes and release. Drop your shoulders. Just remind yourself that today's an awesome day, and it's just getting started. Mother Nature is literally putting this whole show on for you to get your attention. So how are you going to pay attention to it today? What are you going to do to bring this into your life and to embrace the world around you and all the natural beauty that's literally offered to you for free? You just got to go outside. It's a great day, friends. It's a great day.